what's going on, guys? Today we got a little different video for this guy, however you say his name. He's asking how do you do wheelies. He has the same bike, and we're just gonna kind of go over them. My style of wheelies isn't your usual style of wheelies that you see people doing where they can, you know, keep it up for a long time. I mean, I can keep it up for a good amount of time, but I like to ride mine out, so you know, you gain speed as you're going. But yeah, today's just gonna be a little short video on that, and just kind of going over what I do body movement wise, throttle control wise, clutch up wise, power ups, really just normal things. But yeah, I'll catch you guys back in a minute when I'm not going downhill, because downhill is not good for wheelies, especially starting out. If just learning how to do wheelies, your best bet is to do them on uphills. I mean, you can do them on flats, I guess, if you want, but my advice is to do wheelies on uphills, power wheelies first. Don't go straight into doing clutch ups, because if you don't have the throttle control, you will flip it. And nobody wants to flip a $5, $10, $15, $20,000 bike, especially if you're like me and you try and keep it showroom clean at all times. So, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in a minute when I'm done doing this nonsense with these cars. And but yeah, so like this, we kind of got a little hill. Power-ups depends on the bike you have. If you know, you're on a 400, 500, you're most likely not going to be able to power up unless you really flick the bike. But for this guy, if you have, obviously, my bike, 900, MT09, it's a naked bike, so it has all the torque. What you want to do is just simply lift up, give it gas. It's that easy. Obviously, like I said, if you have a lower cc bike, you don't have a bike that's got low, you know, torque on the low end rather than, you know, over the speed of going up or whatever, you're not going to be able to do that as easily. But because this has all the oomph on low end, you can do that. So there's a hill coming up here. I'll show you a little easier way, I guess you could say, if you're comfortable with it. But standing up, it's a lot easier. You have more control because you can, you know, push more weight on each foot to make the bike kind of sway. But this hill right here, you just go right up the crest of it. You can go down a second if you want, but just give it gas, just like this, just like that. And obviously, if you want to ride it out more and you're not someone that's holding that rear brake, finding balance point, if you have an auto blipper or quick shifter, have your foot where you can still flick it as you're wheeling. It'll take time, but trust me, it's not hard. Once you get used to it, you're easily just, your foot's there, flick it up while you're standing up. You can do it sitting down too. I mean, watch. Third, fourth, it's not hard. Alright, so that's hills. Hills are simple. Flats right back there. It's a little harder, but if you do that preload while giving it throttle to make it bounce up, because once you're pushing down, and you're setting that preload down, the rebound and throttle at the same time is going to give you that power to flick it up. Pretty simple, really. I mean, it takes time. You got to get used to your bike. Be comfortable with it. Be comfortable with just riding like this, really flicking it, you know. Flick it. Flick the bike. It's not hard. It will take time, but you'll get it, and then you'll be like, what the hell? I don't ever want to ride like this ever again, you know. Just sitting here all cautious. I mean, obviously you want to be cautious. No, I don't. You know, you're on a road, public road. Don't do that. But so clutch ups, what you want to do technically, so you pull the clutch in. See that? See how it gives you a little bump? The higher the RPM, obviously, the more aggressive it's going to be. It's still the same as if you weren't going to use the clutch, but it's less. So, doing that, same thing as power wheelies, preload the suspension, you're not as much, you don't have to, because you're having to do the clutch at the same time. So what you want to do is that jump, same time, clutch, throttle. See that? It's really aggressive. Whereas see, if I do without it, it's it's not as much. But if you do it with the clutch and you go like, see, comes up. Third gear is not really good for this bike. You can do it, but you gotta really give her the beans. Second gear is better, because my favorite spot, about 7,000 right here. See that? You gotta, it'll be sketchy the first 100 times you do it, but you'll get used to it. Have your foot over the rear brake if you can, just in case. That's another thing you want to try to learn, so you don't backflip it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Not much more to it. You can do longer, the higher speed wheelies. You just have to put more oomph into it, you know. You gotta really lift it like that. So, woo! But yeah, that's just a little short video explaining a little of my ways of doing wheelies. Other people have their own ways. That's just how I do mine. Clutch ups, give it that, pull the clutch in real quick while giving it gas. That's how you do clutch up. Power wheelies, just preload the suspension, get it up. So yeah, alright, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope that helps anybody learning how to wheelie. Like I said, it just varies on different bikes. Lower cc with lower torque obviously is going to be a lot harder. You gotta put more oomph into it. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. That'll be this same day. It'll be a new Nassau vlogs, so stay tuned for that. I haven't done a video in a hot minute. I have had no motivation whatsoever. I don't know why. Don't come at me, but yeah, we're back at it. I'm just trying to find things to do, you know. So alright, I'll quit rambling. I'll catch y'all in Nassau vlogs. So alright, peace out, y'all. Deuces.